everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Bob here. Thanks so much for stopping by. So today we're going to be taking a look at a new release from one of my all-time favorite micro brands, SWC, or Swiss Watch Company. They've just released two brand new chronographs, and we were lucky enough to get in the blue version for a few days to take a look at together. Just a heads up, this watch is limited to 50 pieces per color, so they may go quickly, but let's get into the SWC Chrono Blue. All right, so we've had a look at other watches from SWC in the past, and I was impressed by just about everything when it came to the build quality, the design, the feel on wrist, all that. But the number one thing with me for SWC is the people behind the brand. It's a true family-run operation. The father and son duo, Stephen and Josh Romer, have been great to deal with, and even leading up to the launch of the chronograph, they were meticulous with getting the design just right. I know that the crown size and crown guards were tweaked ahead of the launch to get as close to perfect as they could for both looks and usability. Stephen worked in QC for some heavy hitter Swiss watch brands back in the day for quite a number of years, and it's really the company's priority to get out a well-made product to their customers. The watch is a larger one, and that's part in due to the movement the watch is housing, and we'll talk about that here in a minute, but let me hit you with the numbers first. So case size. The case on this comes in at a width of just under 44 millimeters. I'm getting just over 49.5 millimeters lug to lug. The lug opening is 22 millimeters, and the thickness is quite a tall one at 16.5 millimeters. That thickness reflects what's under the hood here, which is the Valjoux 7753. The 7753 is quite a thick movement at almost 8 millimeters. It's a sister movement to the popular 7750 with a couple of changes, one being the subdial layout. The 7753 also has 27 joules versus the 25 joules of the 7750. The other kind of big difference is the Valjoux 7750 has a day-date adjusted by the crown, where this one has only the date, which is adjusted by the pusher here at the 10 o'clock. You can easily change the date with something as simple as a toothpick. We'll get the chronograph running, and I'll walk you through the dial, which is a nice dark blue. At 3, we have the minute, and 6 o'clock, the hour totalizer for the chronograph. The running seconds is over at the 9. We have a small amount of text with Swiss Watch Company just below the applied logo. If you look at the hour markers up close, they've really piled on that superluminova. There's 20 layers, and when you hit the lights, it shows really nice bright lume. I like the fact that even the small hands are loomed. Of course, we have the pip at the 12 o'clock on the bezel loomed as well. Everything's just a very even and heavy application. The bezel is a 120 click bezel with the blue ceramic insert matching the dial. Nice details with the raised markers. It has similar style grips as the Seamaster. Not as easy to grip as, say, a coin edge bezel, but still not bad, and the action has a very precise feel. As far as the finish work goes, the watch is pretty well completely brushed. The crown is signed, and the pushers have that cool oval shape. Let's actually stop the chronograph here and reset it. Gotta love that snap of a mechanical chronograph. The caseback is etched with the company logo. It's numbered, with this one being 3 of 50, and we have some specs as well. A couple of things I forgot to mention in terms of specs is the water resist, which is 300 meters, and the crystal is sapphire with 5 layers of AR on the underside. The bracelet has kind of a neat look with the raised center link, which is emphasized by the polished edges of it. The clasp is milled steel. Now, one common complaint with this bracelet, which they also used on their first release, was the lack of micro adjusts. SWC is going to be sending out a second adjustable clasp later this year to anyone that orders this watch. In the meantime, there is half links to help with getting a good fit. So this one's in on loan, and I haven't sized the bracelet, but let's get it on wrist here for a quick minute. And here it is, and it's got some heft to it, there's no doubt about that. It's weighty on wrist, but overall, it's a really well put together watch. I'm not sure the exact reasoning, but the green version is slightly lower in cost at just under $1,400. The blue is just over that. I know that might seem a little expensive, but they're using some serious components, and of course the movement. The movement's been used in brands like Breitling and Tudor. You're obviously not getting the heritage those brands have, but you're getting a very well built and I think a very nice looking watch. And again, the people behind the company are great to deal with. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You'll find a link to more info on these watches in the description. Thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.